Serenity, can you hear me now?
Yes.
We want to start this um, correction, and this is on algebraic expression. You know how to simplify algebraic expression. Unmute yourself so that I can hear your response firsthand. Um, before we start, before we start, I want to address what you did yesterday. Though you've written your apology and apology has been accepted, but the hello, your video is not there. And if I might instruct you, don't touch any controls of the meeting. Just calm down, remove your hand from it, and just listen attentively so you could respond to any question or anything that I'll ask you. So remove your hand from the camera, please. Yeah, calm down and sit, and I'm waiting for you to, you know.
There's no hand near the camera.
There's no what?
There's no hand near the camera.
Okay, okay, fine. I want to ask you a question before I say what I want to say. And then we'll go back into mathematics. Because everything about development in life goes beyond two plus two, goes beyond squares of numbers. It has to do with your character. It has to do with your attitude. If you must progress in life, if I must progress in life, I must work on my attitude. I must work on my character too. Hello, your hand is blocking the screen, so I can't even see your face. Now, I want to ask you a question, just one question before we proceed. If, as a Christian, are you a Christian now? Are you a Christian? Yeah,
Yes.
good. If, as a Christian, you're doing things that God hates, does that make you a good Christian?
No.
No, it doesn't make you a good Christian. So, I'm going to show you a few things that God hates, okay?
Okay.
After showing you, then, I want you to, after the class, probably if you can jot them down, I don't mind when I'm showing you, so that you reflect on them, not because of me or because of this class, but because of you and everywhere you find yourself in life. You cannot be in your mom's house forever. You cannot be in your dad's house forever. You're going to go out there, and things cannot always be the same forever. Is that clear?
I guess.
Good. So I'm going to share with you briefly things that God hates. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
This is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16 to 19, New International Version. There are six things the Lord hates. There are seven things that are detestable to Him. Detestable means something horrible to God. Number one, read the first one.
Haughty eyes.
Haughty eyes. Haughty eyes. What does it mean? A haughty
Uh,
eye means scorning to look down upon others as if they amount to nothing before you. God hates it. Or looking upon them with disdain. God hates it. Or reckoning them as unworthy to be looked upon. God hates it. Having an high opinion of your own worth and your own merit. I say, I'm not in their class. I'm better than them all. No, 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 no. God hates it. So if you call yourself a Christian, if I call myself a Christian and I still do these things, then I'm just deceiving myself. Did you hear that?
mhm.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
So don't just hear for hearing sake. You know, the Bible says some people hear word from the one eye and one ear, and it passes through the other ear without, doing anything in their life. That is not beneficial. But reflect upon this word. It's not my word. I didn't write the Bible. Is that clear?
I guess.
I didn't write the Bible. No, no, no. See, that kind of response, I guess, to your teacher sounds insulting. I
How
mean,
intelligent.
hello, listen. I would consider it as you're learning, okay? We learn every day. You don't respond to your teacher when your teacher asks, you want an affirmative answer. You're telling your teacher, I guess. No, 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 no. You're not talking to your pal in school. You're not talking to your friend or your seatmate in class. Do you understand me? You're talking to your teacher, you're talking to your parent, you're talking to somebody older than you. You should accord some sort of respect to them. Is that clear? A person
Okay.
who does not respect people who are ahead of them cannot respect God. If I say, if I look down on people around me and I claim to be a Christian, then I'm just as empty as nothing, just an empty barrel making a lot of noise. So I said, okay, let's look at it. He said, scorning to look down on people. The definition of all of this is just being proud and arrogant. Let's it's just one thing we looked at there. It's a haughty eyes, then a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pour out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. So I brought forth this because the genesis of your attitude is this number one. Hello, I said, don't unmute yourself. I mean, don't mute yourself. You should unmute yourself all through. You promised yesterday, just yesterday, that you're going to behave
When did
well.
when did I promise that?
You said what?
When did I promise that?
Okay, okay. So now, to be proud is not a good thing. Read this for me.
Like he gives us more grace. That is why the scripture says, "God opposes the proud, but says they return humble."
Yeah, God opposes somebody who is proud, but He gives favor, He shows grace, He gives grace to those who are humble. To those who are humble. Is that clear?
Okay.
All right. So that is what I said I want to show you. I'm going to go back to the class now and face our study. Let's see. So I'm going to check your work to see what you have done.
In the meantime, goodbye.
I mean, I don't understand what you're doing. Why did you put off your video? Hello? Okay.
Hi.
When you put off your video or you mute yourself unnecessarily, you are causing a lot of distraction. So just listen so that you can get explanation, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody, um, before I even move on, let me give you this kind of scenario about teachers, kind of teachers in school. There are some teachers who don't care about whatever attitude you put on. That's your business and your parents' business. They don't even care about it. If you like say anything, in as much as you don't touch them or tamper with their salary, they are okay with whatever you put up and they leave you with whatever you're doing. And students tend to like that kind of teacher because they don't disturb students. They don't ask them to change. They don't ask them, no, 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 I'm not going to take this shit from you. But there are this kind of teachers that will say, no, this is incorrect. You must change. You must improve. You must do this. You must. So students find such kind of teachers disgusting. And I think that is what is happening to you. Because when you see somebody, trying to correct you, you might not value the form of correction for now because you don't even understand what you're doing in the first case. But when you grow up, I say it again. Let's say you become a parent and you have children. You would want teachers that will help you correct your children. You would want people that won't lead your children astray. So think about those words at the end of the class. The first question there says 5 into x plus 2x. 5 into x plus 2, x plus 2 plus 2x outside the bracket. So to solve this, the first thing to do is to open the bracket. Is to do what?
Open the bracket.
And how do we open the bracket? We use a number outside to multiply the two terms in the bracket. So we use 5 to multiply the first term, which is 5 times x, and that gives me 5x. Then I use the same number to multiply the second term, which is 5 times 2, and that is 10. Then I had the 2x that is outside at the other hand because it's not in the bracket. So I had it like this. So plus that's 2x. Now, if you look upon the next that same line, you can see 5x and you can see 2x. They are the same because they have x. So that is the only thing you can bring together. The 10 will stand alone. Is that clear?
Okay.
So, and you're not going to multiply them. No, no, no. You will add them together because it is positive sign that is here, not multiplication.
Okay.
Okay? Good. So we have 5x plus 2x. Then the other term that is there is plus 10. It has nothing to do with them because it doesn't have any x. So what is 5x plus 2x?
10x.
Plus 2x, not times 2x. 5 times 2 is 10. But 5 plus 2 is what?
7.
Yeah, so that means if there are x, 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 there are 5 in a basket. And I added another 2x, x, x. So that is 7x altogether. Is that clear to you?
Okay.
Okay, good. So, let me see. Clear this. At the end of this correction, I'm going to give you some to try, but I want you to pay total attention so that you can get it. So 7x, then plus 10, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's still plus 10 there, and we can do nothing between them. If it is 10x, then I would say it's equal to 17x altogether, but it's just 10, so I'll leave it this way. That's my answer. Number two, we have 14y minus the 5 into a bracket this time around, okay?
Okay.
Then 3 minus 2y. So something you must take note of is one thing I have been mentioning all along in our previous classes is that when you see a minus multiplying a minus, that will give you a plus. And when you see a plus multiplying a plus, it's also a plus. So when the symbols are the same, it gives you positive. But when they are opposite symbols multiplying, it gives you negative. Okay?
Okay.
So let's do this. 14y has nothing to do with the bracket for now, so we leave it alone. But the minus 5 is opening into the bracket. Okay?
Okay.
So minus 5 times 3. 3 is positive. Minus 5 is negative. So minus 5 times 3 gives us negative 15 because the signs are opposite. Is that clear?
Okay.
That's minus 15. Then minus 5 times minus 2y. Take note, they are both minus. So should my answer be positive or negative?
Positive.
It's not going to be negative, it's going to be positive because I told you above here. Can you see? I said minus times minus is plus, and both of them are minus. Okay?
Okay.
So it's going to be 5 times 2, that's 10. Then y, that's 10y, but it's going to be positive because they are both negative. Okay?
Okay.
So plus 10y. Now, look upon this. Look at this. Do you think you know what next step to do based on the explanation I gave in number one?
You times it.
No, all of them, there is no multiplication there. There is a subtraction and there is an addition. So what do you think we should do?
Minus it.
I mean, minus what from what? Add what to what? What are we supposed to do?
Okay.
What are we supposed to do now? Before you answer, consider the first one. When I had a number and a letter, look at this, please. A number and a letter, and it, so, I'm sorry, here. A number and a letter, 5x, a number and a letter, 2x, then an ordinary number. So I am explaining something you are busy texting me. I said, listen so that you can be able to. No, no, no. That's not a. Okay, you've added them together or something. You said 14y minus 15. Hold on. Hold on. That's not what we're going to do. That's why I want to explain what you're supposed to do. Listen again. Check this one. Can you see this line?
Yes.
Now, we have a 5x, we have a 2x. Did we bring them together? Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And there's a positive between them simply because the x has a positive sign. Is that clear?
Okay.
And this one is positive 10, and this is it here. So follow this same example and try to tell me what to write on the next line. This is the same thing. The only thing that's different is that the number at the middle has a positive at the top, the number at the middle has a negative at the bottom. Let me explain again. The 5x and the 2x have been brought together here, and the 10 has been moved to the third place. So what do you think you should do here? Yes. What are the ones that have the alphabet? Tell me in this
I'm
line.
trying to think.
You said what?
Trying to think.
Think or look and just tell me. What are those ones with
Trying to
alphabets?
think.
Okay. Don't type it to me. Respond. I want to hear from you. Yeah? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Don't waste your time.
I'm thinking.
Okay, you're still thinking. Anyway,
Mm.
in order to save our time, this is 14x. This is 14y. This is 10y. They are the same because they have alphabet. You bring them together. Is that clear?
Okay.
So what will I write now? I haven't told you that. What should I write?
14y minus 10.
Why should it be minus 10y?
Look at the last time we did 5x plus 2x, which is the
Because the x has a positive, so I use positive. So what should
uh,
I write now? The y also has a positive, so it's positive, okay?
okay.
That's plus 10y. Then the 15 has a negative, it has to follow. So what do you think the next answer should be? The next line. Remember, I said this plus this, give me this. So what should I write next at the bottom?
14 plus 10 equals 24.
24y. Then minus 5. Can I do anything to both of them again?
No.
No, I can't do anything because this one doesn't have any x. If it has an x, I would say 24. If it has a y, I would say 24y minus 5y, and that will give me 19y. But since it doesn't have, I stop it there. That's my final answer. Is this clear now?
Okay.
Okay. Let me, so because if I check upon these steps, You have tried your best, but that was because you weren't listening carefully all along. You would have gotten this, okay? So I want you
Okay.
to keep listening so that when we finish solving the four, I will look for something to give you to be able to see that you're good with the topic. Then we'll move on. This third one, number three, I don't know which one did you do as number three, even if the question I have one, two, and three on them. Okay, the third one here. 10x minus 3 into 2x plus 8. You will observe that the number 2 and number 3 have the same format. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's over to you now. Tell me what to write following the example or the solution of number 2. If you take note from here, you will see that I put the 14x, I write it back because it's not into the bracket. Okay?
Yeah.
So what should I write? 10x. Then the negative 3, I said, when I ask you question, don't type it back to me because I didn't type to you. Is that clear?
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry.
Okay?
I
Good. So you respond. You respond. Now, and that is what will make me to know you know what you're doing. Minus 3 is going to open the bracket. So tell me what to write now. Remember that minus 5 opened the bracket to give us this. So what should I write for the minus 3 opening into the bracket?
um. Oh,
Use negative 3 to multiply the two terms in the bracket and tell me what you get. Yeah. So multiply the first one. Is my answer going to be negative or positive?
um. Plus negative.
Negative. Then what should I write?
Negative 12. Something.
How do you see 12? Look at this. 5 times 3 gave me 15. Now you can see the numbers there. So where do you see 12? Multiply the numbers and tell me what to write.
Mm. What numbers?
You can see 5 times 3 gave me 15 in the first one. So do what you need to do here.
3 times 2 equals 6.
6. Then I put the x. Then 5 times 2, the other one, gave me 10, which has the
24.
y also. So what should I write now?
24y. I mean,
Is it going to
24.
be positive or negative?
Positive, no, negative.
It will be negative and it has no y. You know why? Because there's no y by the 8. Okay? So when you're following an example, don't just follow, without reasoning it out. So negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. So what do you think I can do for this client to get the final answer? What can I do to the line? What is 10x minus 6x?
Hmm. 4x.
4x. Then minus 24. Can I do anything further?
No.
Okay. And to the last one, but not the least, number 4. We have, check it out, 2x, yeah, plus y. Let me write it again, please. So 2x plus y plus 2x minus y. So you can see x and y. So you can deal with x's together and y's together. So this will be 2x. Okay, wait a minute. I didn't copy the right question there. Let me try to bring up that question again. So let me write that again now. Say 2x plus y plus 2x minus 5, then minus y. So you can see the x's and the y's, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2x and 2x, you bring them together. That becomes 2x plus 2x. So 2x plus 2x. Then the y is together. That is the first one is plus y, and the last y is minus y. Then we have minus 5. So what is 2x plus 2x? What is 2x plus 2x?
Ah, yeah, okay. 4x.
4x. Then the next thing, y minus y gives you what?
No, minus y.
Y minus y. Y minus y gives you what? 1y,
Mm,
1y minus 1y. That gives you
oh, 0.
0. So we don't write anything about y because that gives us the 0. Y minus y is 0. Then you have minus 5. Can we do anything further?
No.
So this becomes our answer. So 2x plus 2x is 4x, and y minus y, this is 0, then minus 5. So let me explain everything all over so that you can get it. Then I'll allow you to write it down. Look at this. The first one says 5 into x plus 2 plus another 2x. Now 5 opens into the bracket. 5 multiply x to give me 5x, and 5 multiply 2 to give me 10. Then we have a 2x here. Now it occurred that we have 5x and 2x. They are together, they are like terms. So we bring them together, 5x and 2x on together. Then 10 to the third place. So 5x plus 2x equals 7x, because if you put 5x into a basket and you add under 2x, you have 7x, then plus 10. Since this 10 doesn't have x, we cannot do anything to them again. So this is because they are unlike terms, this is the final answer. Now, the next one, which is number 2. Are you listening to that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, 14 alone, then minus 5 into this bracket. So the minus 5 is going to open the bracket. Take note, don't use only 5 to open the bracket, but minus must follow. That's why I showed you at the top here that when you have a minus times a minus, it will give you plus. And when you have a plus times a plus, it gives you plus. But if the signs are different, like minus times plus, that must be minus, and plus times minus, that must be minus. So here, there is a minus multiplying a positive 3, giving us a negative 15. 5 times 3 is 15, but minus times plus is minus. And here, the second time, minus 5 times minus 2y. They are both minus, so the answer must be plus. 5 times 2 is 10, and y is there. Now again on this line, we have 14y and we have 10y. So 14y plus 10y, they are together. So you add them together, you get this, then you're minus 15. Oh, this should be minus 15 and not minus 5, okay?
Okay.
So that's why it's always good to go over your work. So minus 15. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Good. Then the next one, so we can't do anything further to this because they are not like terms. Then the third one, 10x minus 3 into 2x plus 8. The negative 3 is going to open the bracket. 10x is alone. So negative 3 times positive 2x, that is negative 6x. Negative 3 times positive 8. 3 times 8 is 24. So negative times positive is negative. That's negative 24. Then we have 10x minus 6x equals 4x. Then minus 24. We can't do anything for that because they don't both have x. And the last one, 2x plus y plus 2x minus 5 minus y. So 2x added to 2x here, then y net positive y and negative y together, then minus 5. So we have 2x plus 2x is 4x, then y minus y gives us 0, then minus 5 is here because there's no, we don't need to write a 0. We can't do anything further because they are unlike terms. I believe that's clear to you, right? Right?